Hello students, welcome back to e-learning. Today in this video we are going to concentrate on second chapter or unit, simple stresses and strains, lecture number 7. In this we are going to mainly focus on definition of rigid body, plastic body and mechanical properties of metal. So these mechanical properties are listed below. So firstly we will try to understand rigid body. What exactly is rigid body? So you can see the figure here. It is a solid object. If you try to put on external force on this, it is not going to change its size and shape or deform in any form. Deformation does not take place. So such bodies are called as rigid bodies. So here the definition has been mentioned like this: body does not undergo any deformation, change in shape and size on application of a force. So now you can get the difference between these two. First we will try to understand plastic body and then we will concentrate on the differences. Plastic body. This plastic body is nothing but the bodies which undergo any deformation, means change in size and shape on the application of force. So what is the example here? Clay. Clay is one of the plastic body. So it is soft in nature, so it is solid in nature. So you can, if you try to press the clay, it is going to deform or change its size and shape, right? Similarly, if you try to press this body or object, it is not going to deform. Why? Because it is a solid object. So rigid body and plastic body. Okay, so try to understand the difference. So here rigid body does not undergo any deformation and plastic bodies undergo deformation, right? So we'll move further. Now we will concentrate on mechanical properties of metal. Firstly we will try to understand what is elasticity. Okay, so here what they have written is the property by virtue of which material deformed under the load is enabled to return to its original dimension when the load is removed. So you can see the rubber is stretched, rubbers are stretched here. Okay, so I can say elasticity refers to the materials which have the ability to deform in a non-permanent way. Okay, so it is not going to deform permanently. If you take out these two forces which are pulling, the rubbers are going to come back in its original dimension, right? Original size and shape. So you can edit or redefine this elasticity. Okay, so also you can say elasticity means that when the stress load is removed from the material, it will recover its original form, you can say for this. Okay, so elasticity. Next we will concentrate on plasticity. Plasticity, here it is mentioned like this: a material in the plastic state is permanently deformed by the application of load and it has no tendency to recover. See, what was happening in elasticity? The rubbers, if pulled, it is going to change its dimension. Again, if load is removed, it is going to come back in its original position, right? Original dimension. But it does not happen in the plasticity property. Okay, so the materials which have plasticity property, they will not deform, they will not regain its original shape and size. So it is said to be plasticity. So for example, in civil engineering, they say consider this is a beam and these are two supports, and when there is a load applied, okay, we don't know what material this beam is. Okay, so the load when applied, so basically at the initial stage the beam is there, the load is applied, the beam tries to bend. Okay, and when the load is removed, if this beam does not come back to its original horizontal position, then it is said to be plasticity. Okay, the material is having property of plasticity, right? So if it comes back to its original position, the third image. Okay, again it regains like this horizontal position. It is said to be elasticity property. Okay, so just an example taken here. But normally concrete beams does not act like this. So now we will concentrate on ductility. Ductility is the property which permits a material to be drawn out longitudinally to a reduced section under the action of a tensile force. See what it is saying. It is the property by which, here we are talking about mechanical properties of metal. Okay, but an example here which I have taken in the for understanding or clarifying the concept is a chewing gum. A small baby is pulling it. What is happening? The chewing gum is lengthening, right? It is increasing its length. But you can see, observe the diameter also, or the cross section of this chewing gum is reduced, right? So initially the chewing gum will be having its cross section in larger section. So now when you stretch it, it is going to change its cross section, and also it is going to increase in the length, right? So, but what is happening? Whether the chewing gum is breaking? No, it is not going to fail here. So that property which the metal will have, okay, the metal which has property that can be drawn into wires, okay, so that property is said to be ductility. Okay, for example, in civil engineering you can say ductility test is conducted over a tar or a bitumen. Okay, so bitumen is stretched to a longer section. Okay, so it will not fail, or it will not break, but it will have a thin wire like structure when it is pulled in the under the action of tensile force. Okay, so that property which permits the material to be drawn out longitudinally to a reduced section under the action of a tensile force, that property is called as ductility. Okay, so brittleness. So one more very nice example taken here of biscuits. Okay, so we are talking about the metal, but to understand the concept of brittleness, I have taken the image of biscuit. Okay, so the tendency of the material to fracture without undergoing any deformation. You can observe the biscuit is not going to first bend like or stretch like chewing gum, or bend like any other material or object, right? It is going to directly cut into pieces. It is not going to first, at initial stage, when you apply the force, it is not going to bend or deform or change its shape and size. Directly it is going to break into pieces, right? So that property is said to be brittleness. Glass is one of the example for brittleness property. Okay, glass also will not show any deformation, change in shape and size when it is applied with a force. Okay, it is not directly going to break down. So brittleness, the material which fail under load without any significant deformation. See, it is not going to show any. It is not going to show any changes in the shape and size. So it is said to be property called as brittleness. Now we will concentrate on malleability. Okay, so now you can observe there is a gold here, and when it is hit, it is going to transform itself into a plate. Okay, it is going to transform it into a flat material, okay, or flat body. So the property of material which permits to be extended in all directions means when you hit it, it is going to spread in all the directions. Okay, this plate or the flat gold which is transformed, it has spread in all four directions or all directions here. Okay, so property of material which permits to be extended in all directions without a rupture means there are no cracks formed while pressing it into a plate, right, and rolled into sheets. See, now I can say it is a physical property of a metal that defines malleability. It defines their ability to be hammered. Okay, to be hammered, pressed. Okay, if you press this gold, it is going to form like this. So pressed or rolled into thin sheets without breaking. So you can observe there are no any cracks developed after pressing this gold into a plate, right? So one of the example is gold is the most malleable metal. So the property called as malleability. So I'll try to understand the concept exactly. So toughness. Now next property of mechanical property of metal, toughness. The property of a material which enables to absorb energy without fracture, right? So toughness is nothing but the ability of a material, or here we are talking about metal, means we will discuss on that. So ability of a metal to absorb energy, okay, and plasticity deform without fracturing. So it is nothing but an resistance, you can say, to absorb the energy, right? It is going to store the energy, but it is not going to fail. Okay, so the amount of energy per unit volume that a material can absorb before failing, okay, so that is said to be toughness. So here I have taken one example, a bulldog with tough body. So when you hit this body, when you hit the muscles, it is not going to fail, or it is not going to have fracture, it is not going to have any deformation. So it is going to resist, it is going to absorb the energy or the force which is externally applied on the body. Okay, so metal also does the same. So toughness is the property of a material which enables it to absorb energy without fracture. Next property of metal we are going to discuss is tenacity. The property by virtue of which a material is capable of resisting shock or impact. See, so here I have taken one example. Say consider this is nothing but an impact force, a sudden force applied on some shock absorbing material. Okay, shock absorbing material. Metals also have this property of absorption, shock absorption, or suddenly applied load they can resist. So that property of resisting the shock loads or impact loads, instant loads, you can say. So just a layer, inner layer which is placed at the bottom, and it is nothing but the outer fabric, and if you apply a load, impact load, it is going to rebound, or it is going to have a resistance. It is not going to have any impact on the surface. So that property is said to be tenacity. So capable of resisting shock or impact. So the metals which can resist an impact loading is said to be the property they have as tenacity. So coming to hardness now. So hardness is nothing but, you can say, the ability of a material to resist indentation or surface abrasion. Indentation means what? Say consider there is a punch and there is a object. So if you using punch, if you hit it on the surface, the metal is not going to show any markings on the surface or any punch hit on the surface. So hardness is nothing but the resistance of a material to deformation or indentation, you can say, or you can say penetration of the punch. Okay, it is not going to show any mark of penetration on the surface. That particular property is said to be hardness. Okay, so the ability of material to resist the indentation, to resist the penetration, you can say, is nothing but hardness. So we will again continue with the next property, that is fatigue. So here the material subjected to repeated load of opposite direction. You can say fatigue is nothing but the weakness in metal. So you can take one example. See, when you are driving on a straight path, say consider for example on highway, if you do not come across any of the curves on the highway and there is a straight highway, so you are going to have fatigueness or stress level increased with same acceleration hold and the steering, right? So that stress level increased is going to cause it is going to make you sleep, right? It is going to have an fatigueness or stress level increased. So quarantine fatigue also, see here, in lockdown period we were quarantined ourselves in our homes, so that fatigueness or the stress level being in home for days together increased our fatigueness, right? So it is what the material subjected to repeated loads of opposite direction. So for on metal also, if you hit continuously or if you apply force continuously repeatedly, it is going to have fatigueness, and I can say it is nothing but what it is going to cause is it is going to have variation in stresses in the metal, right? So coming to next is stiffness. Stiffness, the extent to which an object resists deformation in response to an applied force. So you can observe there is a single force and there are number of there is single rubber here and there are number of rubbers here, right? So you can say a single rubber band is stretched by 2 fingers here, right? The stiffness is less and the flexibility here is more, correct? You can see the gap here, or it can be stretched easily. The flexibility is more, right? But the stiffness is less. Now similarly you can come down to this image, the bottom image. If you see the same set of rubbers, okay, if there are increased number of rubber bands and stretched in 2 fingers, okay, the stiffness is more now, okay, and it is increased its rigidity and flexibility is less now. You cannot pull with the same only 2 fingers, okay. Flexibility has reduced and here flexibility is more here with single rubber, right? So stiffness is nothing but the extent to which an object can resist deformation. For example, a spring also. Spring is also one of the examples. It can be stretched. It can be stretched to an extent, but if you stretch beyond its limit of extension, it is not going to extend. Okay, so it is going to that is called as stiffness property. So the extent to which an object resists deformation in response to an applied force is said to be stiffness property. Okay, so I hope you understood the concepts of the rigid body, plastic body, and the mechanical properties of metal. We will again continue in the next video. Thank you, and for further upcoming videos and for notifications, subscribe the channel.